It's the Rebel Yankee Girl. I'm trying a new angle here to see if we can get a little more viewing of what I'm making so that when I'm showing you how to make something, you can see it better. Today we're making a family favorite. It is a pound cake that my husband's grandmother taught me how to make. It's her recipe. I just use what she said to use. Now, normally, all I use is white lily self-rising or all-purpose flour. But Grandma used this Swans down cake flour for this cake. So that's all we use for this. Now, it starts off with 1 cup of, you know, Crisco. That's what we're using, is our Crisco. So we're gonna get that in here. And that's a whole cup. And then we have 3 cups of granulated sugar. And I pour all of it in here at one time. And then we mix. You're gonna cream this sugar and shortening together. I hope you can hear me because, like I said, I'm trying a new setup here with the camera. But I'm gonna mix this up. Be right back. This is after about 3 minutes. When I first turn it on, I have the stand mixer on 2, and then after things have incorporated, I let it go for about another 1.5 minutes or so, maybe 2 more minutes on 4, just so it gets fluffy and combined like this. Okay, I tried that angle. I didn't like it. So we're gonna go back to the way we've been doing this. And now we've got the shortening and the 1 cup of shortening, the 3 cups of sugar combined, and I'm going to add 6 eggs. And it is best to add your eggs one at a time. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to let those eggs mix for about 1 minute on 4 on my stand mixer. I have a KitchenAid, so if you have a KitchenAid, that's mixing at 4. And just let it mix around, let them get good and incorporated, and then let it stop and scrape the sides and bottom. Okay, I've let it mix. Okay, we've let it mix, and it's got this pretty kind of pale yellow color to it. Can let you see that. And now we have 3 cups of the Swans down cake flour, pre-measured in a bowl. And I have 1 cup of heavy whipping cream. It doesn't matter what kind you use. I use the Walmart brand because it's cheap. But we have our vanilla. I put half a tablespoon, not a teaspoon, half a tablespoon of good vanilla. And I'm just going to start with my dry ingredients first and start incorporating the milk and the cream. I'm going to start incorporating my cream and my flour. I'm not going to turn this on real high because I don't want a face full of flour. And I'm going to add some of the cream, about half. And I always end with my wet. I know some people like to end with the dry ingredients, but I usually end with the wet. And our half a tablespoon of vanilla. All right, I'm going to scrape the sides down again. So your batter's going to be thick. Now, the key to making this particular pound cake is this pan. It is aluminum. I know we've been told don't you cook with aluminum, but in this case, please don't try to use a bunt pan. It will not turn out right. This pound cake makes a beautiful crust that's crispy and that makes you want to sit down and just eat it right off the top. I suggest that you use only a aluminum, and this is an Angel Food pan. You know, you can use the Angel Food one. They have the little stand. This isn't one of those. It doesn't have those feet on it. But if you have one that has the little feet and it's aluminum, use it. But you need an aluminum pan for this cake. I have taken the pan baking spray and sprayed the bottom and just the little bit halfway up. Let me show you this. About halfway up on the spindle in the middle. I do not grease the sides of my pan. I think that's a mistake with any cake and that you want to rise up high. So we're going to take this and scrape our beater off. Okay, I want you to see how thick this batter is. It's very thick, and you just want to pour it as evenly in this pan as you possibly can. My husband's grandmother had this sitting on her counter just about any time that we went over there. I think she made them twice a week. I know she made it at least once a week because it was always sitting on her counter. And the best way to eat this is with frozen Cool Whip. You take a scoop of frozen Cool Whip and put it on the top. Once you got your slice, and I promise you that's the best way to eat this cake. You can put berries on here. Some, you know, macerated strawberries are wonderful on here. But make sure that Cool Whip or whipped topping is frozen. Try to wipe off anything that's on the rim, only because that will kind of burn to the top of your cake pan and it won't make a very pleasant smell. We're going to take our pound cake, we're going to put it in a cold oven, and then we're going to turn the oven on to 325 degrees and let this cook for an hour and 20 minutes. I'll be back when I get the cake out of the oven, and until then, y'all just put your feet up, drink a glass of tea. Okay, y'all. This is what it looks like when you first take it out of the oven. Unfortunately, this one is not for me and my family. We will be giving this to some friends, and as a little thank you. But I wanted to share this family favorite with y'all. Okay, so I showed you what it looked like when I first took it out of the oven. The next thing I do is I take a knife and I just go around the outside of the cake all the way around and loosen it from the pan. It's really not stuck. And I don't know if that's because of the kind of pan it is or what, but we're gonna try to take this out. And then I just grab the spindle, but use a pot holder because it's very hot, and set that on a hot pad so that you don't melt your counter. I'm gonna let that cool for maybe 5 minutes, and I'm gonna slide the knife under the bottom and then flip it onto a plate. Okay, I took my knife and I went around this whole bottom underneath here. You want to just, don't dig into your cake, just barely put your knife under there. Now, this is still hot, but I'm going to take a plate. Oop, I said I'm going to take a plate, and I'm just going to flip it over very gently. And then I'm going to pull it out. I need to wash that. Then we're going to take another plate and flip it back over. If you do this while it's still a little bit warm, this doesn't crack quite as badly as it will if you wait till it's cool. This is the beautiful deliciousness that you're going to get. I hope y'all have a great day.